Welcome, everybody, to Full Throttle Vision with Tony and Jersky. It is our second episode filming. Jersky, good morning. How's it going in Toledo, Ohio?
-11. That's how it's going in Toledo.
You look chilly. You got your beanie on. You got your long sleeve. I know it's chilly here in Florida, but our chili's different than your chili. We're about 50s, but we're used to 90s. So, we don't jump on these bikes when it gets this cold. And if you do, you got 18 layers on. So. Today, we are talking with Lee and Kurt from WCFR. That stands for West Coast Florida Riders. Also, if you're listening to us on the podcast, make sure you go to Florida Full Throttle or our YouTube page and look it up so you can hear and see the show. That's a video podcast. So we're going to put these up as a regular podcast and a video podcast. If you're listening to us on our podcast, again, make sure you go to Florida Full Throttle to watch the live and see Lee and all the pictures we're going to be talking about. But I know Lee's there. Let's bring him in and say hello to our first guest with WCFR, Lee Hagood. Lee, what's going on, man?
How you guys doing, man? Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for everything coming on. And I love the Bucks shirt, number 1. Go Bucks. We got to get that out there first.
Yeah, we got some lion tamers on our team. It's going to take care of business this coming weekend.
Up to Detroit. People had the Bucks picked for 4 games to win in the beginning of the year, and we ended up winning a Southeast Division, and now we're in the second round of playoffs. I think it's great. But we're here to talk about WCFR, West Coast Florida Riders. You guys have how many people? Number one, I know we're talking to you, and we're going to bring in Kurt when he gets in. How many of you guys actually kind of manage the group?
We've got 8 guys that help manage the page, help manage their respective areas, organize rides for their areas, and just really take care of a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that most people have no idea that's happening.
It's a lot too. You guys have a lot going on. Tell us from the beginning, what is WCFR? Where did it start? How did it get to where it's at, and where are you at now with the amount of people in your Facebook group? Because it's immense. This is a great story.
It really is. It's morphed into something beyond what we could ever possibly imagine. It started with a couple guys sitting around in a garage going, "Hey, we need to find some people to ride with. How about we start a Facebook page just for local riders?" So I can remember, and this was 2000, then summer 2018. I remember, we got to like 20 people in the group, and I was like on the Facebook page, and I was like, I can't believe we got 20 people. And then it went to 100, and 200 blew my mind. I was like, I can't believe there's 200 people in this area that want to join a Facebook group just to find people to ride with. And from there, everything it just spider webbed, and it grew into something that now, from our first bike night that we ever had at the Angry Rooster, you remember those days, to now
good times, man. I've been with you guys from the get-go.
Yep. So now we just do everything. Now we boast over 9,000 members up and down the west coast of Florida. We cater to the biking community. We have 3 different bike nights every month. We do a ride every month to a Florida destination, or maybe sometimes an overnighter. And we do a big getaway every summer where we go out of state for 5 to 6 days. And then we do a lot of, and that's usually an event that we use to raise money for a specific charity. So we do a lot of charity work as well. So we got a lot of irons in the fire. We got a lot of things going on.
Jeremy, you've been checking them out, and how about what's Toledo look like when it comes to groups like West Coast Florida Riders? Do they have groups like that up there?
Well, we only got a few months to ride. You guys got the whole season to ride. You guys got the whole, 24/7, 7 days a week, all around the globe to ride. We're done right now. Like I mentioned earlier, it's -11 right now. So there's some snowmobiles ripping ass up and down the street right now. If you can hear them in the background, a couple 2-strokers ripping it. But yeah, we don't have nothing like that up here, man. We don't got no big groups that get together and ride. There's a couple, local bike nights that we got. A couple hundred people show up and stuff like that throughout the summer. But yeah, we don't have nothing like that. It's got to be pretty outstanding, man. That's a lot of people. Like you said, it's probably going to keep growing too. It started off little and got real big. It's just going to keep going and going.
It's
That's
and it's
cool,
a
man.
tight
That's real.
group. Now, Lee, let's face it. You are the face of the group. I know. I'm sure people are either upset or happy about that, but you've been the face of the group since I've known. I mean,
Right.
heck, you get the nickname Hollywood, right? I mean, it kind of sticks with you.
It does.
You know, and John, while we're talking, you can bring up some of these pictures of the group because you guys do so much, and it's like everybody is buying swag too. Everybody wears WCFR stuff. Like I can't go to a bike event anymore without seeing somebody rocking a WCFR shirt or, look at that. That was the Fran's food drive right there. You guys showed up and brought stuff, tons of stuff. I mean, um, we could talk about let's give you guys a plug. There's the group. I don't know how many of the main group that is. Who's there?
That's going to be all of us except Chris McClure.
No Kurt.
Yeah, and no Kurt in that picture.
Those are your trophies you guys do for which are crazy. I don't even know how people get those home without ruining their bike. But those are pretty awesome.
Most of them don't. They have to leave them at the bar until they can come back and get them in their vehicle. Yeah.
This was from your recent ride where you guys had. Now, did you guys get in trouble for blocking intersections? You guys had 200 bikes and you blocked intersections. Did the cops give you a hard time at all, or were you okay with that?
We had a little bit of an incident. It really wasn't an incident, but yeah, we had a team of 20 blockers that was blocking the major intersections between Peggy's Corral and Gibsonton Bike Fest. So this was our team of blockers that we were having a meeting before the ride. So we had 2 or 3 blockers assigned to every major intersection between those 2 points of location. And at one of the traffic lights, we did have an officer roll up and just tell the guys that they can't block there. So they moved on. So nobody had trouble or anything like that. They just
That's good.
Made them move out of the intersection. So it was good. And I'll tell you, for 149 bikes, our blockers did an amazing job. They kept the group together the entire ride. We never got split up. So it was really a fantastic ride.
I was worried about that because I know you guys said you had blockers, but you can see everybody wearing their sweatshirts right there. There's you on your bike. You and your son, by the way. Your son's riding?
It is. That's it. Yes, he's to my left. You're right. If you're looking at the picture, he's 17, and that's his Vulcan that he's riding. He took to it pretty quick. We got him a learner bike when he was on his birthday for his 16th birthday, and now he's been riding for I don't know, almost 2 years. So a year and a half, I guess.
You bought a 17-year-old a bike. You want to be a grandfather real soon, don't you? Is that what it is? You want to you really want to be a grandfather? That's it, huh? Because he's pulling into school on that bike, and girls are like, "Oh, look, you got a motorcycle."
Yeah, it's funny. He was walking down the hall the other day, and somebody said, "That guy rides a motorcycle." I said, "Yeah, he does." So it's pretty cool.
Is he at the same school you're at?
He is.
Oh, okay. Well, then you got to keep an eye on him too. So he's got dad watching over. That's not good. Yeah. You got pretty girls, you got groups. Like one thing I've noticed is people move down here and I've read on the page a lot. Hey, just moved here looking for a group to ride with, and you guys take them in like kittens to a new family. It's like, come on in, come to bike night. They come to bike night. Then I see them make another post. Had a great time, met a bunch of new people. It's really what I think Hog tried to do when they started Hog chapters. And, because once you buy a bike, you don't always know other bikers. Jeremy, you can probably attest, but your family's bikers, Jeremy. So you can go out there and ride. Say you can move to Florida and you want to just get a bike. Okay, now you want to go riding. Well, who do you ride with? By yourself? Go to bike nights? Sooner or later, you're going to be like, I need a group of friends to go riding with, And that seems to be what you guys have become, is that come meet our people, come enjoy the group, your families, husbands, wives. Seems like it's really big with you guys.
It is. And that really is the goal, which is to find people to ride with. When I started riding in Florida here in 2005, and I went 12 years riding with one guy, and he was older than I was, and eventually he got to the point where he couldn't ride very much, so I didn't have anybody to ride with. So, which was that was the drive behind forming West Coast Florida Riders, was to find people to ride with. And now, like you said, this thing is just, now I end up not calling people because I'm going to end up with 60 bikes if I'm not careful. So sometimes
you set up I'm going out. All right. Well.
People, you said just show up. People just show up.
Right. Yeah. They do. You just put it out on the Facebook page, and then next thing you're looking at 40, 50 bikes going trying to do a launch. So sometimes the numbers are too big for places. So, but it's
Yeah,
been
that's
great.
why you
Like I
guys do
said,
bike
yeah,
nights.
that's got to be pretty cool because, like, somebody like me that could come and visit. You're there for like a week, 10 days or
yeah,
something, and come down there. I just know, oh, Chief Cupcake over here, and a couple other guys, that I know coming down there. I don't know if you know Lee Ray Cantrell. He's from Toledo
I
too.
do. Yeah,
Yeah,
And
yeah,
holy
yep.
he's a
Saw him
goofy
this
bastard.
past weekend.
Yeah, he's a goofy fucker. But yeah, like, see, I
Yeah,
could come down and I could have somebody to ride with, even if it's just for the 10 days of the week. If you guys
yeah.
had something going on, like when you came down, or anybody that's just visiting someone. So that's kind of cool, man. You don't have to be somebody that follows, your page all the time. You could just come on and have someone to ride with for the week. Because like me, coming from this shithole freezing right now, I'd want to come down there and I'd have to ride, man. I got to ride. I got to take advantage of your guys' 60 degrees while it's on -11 here. So
You say 60,
that's
Right.
it's still
that's
cold.
that's that's definitely pretty slick, man. That's pretty slick.
You come
Now,
down for a
besides
week,
all the
7 days. I guarantee you're going to find something that we're doing. We're going to be doing something in a span of a week.
and tomorrow you guys got a bike night. We got that coming up, and let's hit on your bike nights. I was going to talk about the charity that you guys did, but you guys did our everyday blessings, and we talked about that a little bit before we got the show going. Quick talk about that, and then let's get on these bike nights because there's that one coming up
We got
tomorrow, WCFR over at Showtown in Gibsonton.
Yep. Showtown Bar and Grill. We got a ride-in bike show with those trophies that we give away is made by Lee Legas and Gas Donkey Garage. They are custom trophies. No two trophies are alike, and they are amazing. They're a work of art. So if you come to the bike night, you are in the bike show automatically. As soon as you put your kickstand down, you're automatically in. We've got Dirty White Boys playing this month. We always have great music acts coming your way during that bike night. So we'll have our swag tent set up. So that's tomorrow. And then next Friday, the 26th, the last Friday of every month, is Stingrays down in Punta Gorda. That one is going to be unique because we're going to have biker games. That one, we're going to have the slow races. We've got a DJ. So that one's brand new. The 26th is our first one down there. We're going to see how that one goes.
And isn't
It's
the
gonna
place
go,
like a museum? It's like a car museum, right?
Yeah, they have car shows there on the weekend as well. So it's a pretty cool place from what I hear. I'm going to be leading the ride down to that bike night. We're leaving Woody's River Roo at 5:30 Friday the 26th to get down there to check that one out. And we'll have the swag tent set up and all that stuff. We always do at all of our bike nights. And then Kicking Wings, that's a staple in Pasco County. Kicking Wings bike night is the last Tuesday of every month. And we got the Bearded Brothers playing there this time. So we've got one in your area. It's never going to be too far away from you. So whatever area you're in, just pick which bike night you'd like to come to or come to all of them. So
Man, all those ads look great too. Who designed all those for you? Those are pretty.
I'm gonna tell you,
magnificently
man,
looking.
this guy named Tony Cianci over at Full Throttle designed those ads. I can't thank you enough, man. I was putting my administrative assistant on it, and I'm gonna tell you that's not something that's really in her. It's a skill that she hasn't mastered. Let's put it that way. She does a good job, but she doesn't have the tools that you do. So we appreciate everything that you've done.
Listen,
making those
we're here to
flyers.
help. We were one of the first orders. I remember ordering like 14 hats from you guys when you guys came out with your swag. We've been there from the get go, like you said, from the first bike nights.
Yep.
And I think we'd be remiss if we didn't talk a little bit about Fran Hosh being one of your title sponsors, along with Full Throttle. Fran Hosh sponsors everything you guys do, and I'm sure you guys turn around and if somebody gets in a little fender bender, you guys are right there to tell them to call Fran Hosh. So,
Yep, absolutely. Fran came to us. Her and her team came to us early in our beginnings and said, "We love what you're doing. We want to be a part of it. Is there any way we can help? We'd love to partner." And they have just been an amazing ally in everything that we do. They have their hands in just about everything that we do. It's just fantastic. The help that they give us with our getaways and the bike nights and the rides, they've just been amazing. Her and her team are amazing, and we tell all our members all the time, if you ever need a personal injury attorney, make sure you reach out to Fran, 866 Law Fran. She's been helping accident victims in this area for over 20 years. So she's fantastic. So huge kudos and
she's
thank
awesome.
you to her and her team. Yep.
Did we ever get Kurt in? Is Kurt did he make it or no? We still haven't seen him. We'll have to see if Kurt makes his way in. And I know we only got you for a little bit because you're actually a school teacher, and you have to go back to school here soon, don't you? So,
Yes,
well,
I
you
do.
did you enjoy the break, huh? How long? This is like a month this year. It was long.
We always enjoy our breaks. I'm going to tell you that's one of the biggest benefits in this profession, especially if you have school age children like we do. I have an 11-year-old, 12-year-old, and 17. So if you have school age children, it's a fantastic profession because you're all off at the same time. We get to travel during the summer. We're all off at Christmas and Thanksgiving. So it's rewarding in that nature, anyways.
See, I know growing up, Jersey and I were around bikers. His dad was a biker, had what is a shovel and a pan. So we were always sitting around bikes and checking it out. This new generation of kids really doesn't care about bikes. We got to figure out how to get them into motorcycles like your son. And, but again, that's because you're a biker dad and you put him on a bike.
Right,
Like Jeremy,
right.
is your son riding? He's ridden a little bit, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Not to say it's legal or anything, but I've had my kid ride his dirt bike with me to bike nights, and that's about 5, 6 miles away from the house. It's 10, 15 mile ride back and forth on the dirt bike. No lights, headlights, nothing, no, just hand signals and phone his old man and shit like
Riding
that. So
dirty.
yeah, I'm trying to get him involved in it. Get him out in traffic, get him around where he knows the rules. Because if you're not doing nothing wrong and you're following, all the rules and everything, like I said, I don't condone riding without a license and everything. But you know, we got a lot of kids that ride around here during this whole COVID thing. All the kids everywhere would ride dirt bikes, quads, four wheelers, all up and down interstates, expressways. It was a big thing here to where they were arresting kids and impounding their stuff. But not during COVID. They were letting the kids just run wild for probably about 2.5 years. So it's probably cleaned itself up. But those kids, they would rip it up and down the street illegally. So yeah, I have my kid as long as he abides by the rules and he's with his pops. He can follow me to bike nights and roll around town and do
I just
shit.
think we
But
need to
yeah,
figure out how to get these kids more interested. I mean, biker community is a great community. I mean, I don't care. People say we always look, tattoos and beards, and we're always scary looking. I said, bikers, listen, you look at a biker and you don't know him. He's just another friend. You walk up and talk about his bike, and you guys are going to be best friends. That's how that works. It's
right,
not like every biker I know is a nice guy that gives more to charity than anybody other person I know. It's like we get such a bad rap out there and it stinks. I don't like that. I like the fact of what WCFR does because you stand for riding and charity and giving back.
Yep, yep. And
yeah,
we raised, I don't know, $10,000, $15,000 for different charities over the past year. So we talked about the bike nights and we do a big ride every month. So we do rides and we do a getaway this summer. We're going to Helen, Georgia, up in the Blue Ridge Mountains. So that's going to be
I
happening
saw
in
that.
July.
That's cool.
Yep. And we're raising money, always raising money for a charity when we do these getaways. So we do a whole lot of different things. And we say this to you, you probably will not like or enjoy everything that we do. And that's a given, but I guarantee you're going to enjoy something that we do. So, whatever your thing is, if it's charity work or if it's, in-state rides, if it's out-of-state rides, if it's bike nights, whatever it is, we got it. So
That is true. Lee, let's I know you're getting close to time where you got to go back to school. So let's button this up. Anything else you want to put out there on behalf of WCFR?
well, I'll say our ladies started our ladies ride last year, and we're continuing that on February 10th. We call it the Badass WCFR Ladies Ride. Nina's going to be leading that one up, and she is leaving from Peggy's. Those details will be posted probably today for that ride. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, I'll work on that ad for you
Other
here
than
when we're done with our
Other
video.
than that, if you're watching this and you are not part of WCFR, look us up on Facebook. If you live in Florida and you ride a motorcycle, then you can be part of WCFR and you can come and share in all the events that we do and take part. So
And that's
we'd
easy,
love
right?
to have
Just
you.
go on and you guys have an Etsy page to buy jackets and shirts and everything like that, I believe. So just look up WCFR group, join that. There's a website. What is the website? Is it the Etsy or is it
No, it's not a web. We don't have a website. We just have the Facebook page.
okay? So and then I think you have links to your Etsy page. Etsy? Yeah, I'm
Correct.
saying that wrong.
Etsy.
So, and you can buy hats, jackets, koozies. You guys got it all. So, all right, that's it, Lee. We're gonna let you get back to school. We're gonna keep talking though,
Great.
and hopefully maybe Kurt comes on and we can bring him in. So,
So go Bucks, and there ain't no party like a West Coast party.
ain't no
it
party
was
like a
nice
West
seeing you
Coast
again, man.
party.
It was nice seeing you.
Thanks,
You
Lee.
take care.
So Lee is like I said, the face of that group. So he'll set rides up to these bike nights too, which is something even on the side he's doing. That Showtown bike night is just a bike night by itself. And he'll go, okay, we're going to meet up at Peggy's, jump on, so like he said, he'll put 60 bikes together from Peggy's to Showtown. They ride there, and when they pull in, man, it's like a parade every time they go somewhere. You said 160 bikes to Gibtown. They stop traffic when they pull in. It's crazy like that. You go to bike nights, Jeremy, in Toledo, even in the summertime when it's busy, you get a couple bikes show up, couple 1-2, 1-2. You don't have groups of like 15, 20, 30 show up, do you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You get groups of people that show up like that. Yeah.
So I mean, that's what's cool is like you said too. You come down here, you want to ride, you meet up with them with something they're doing. You ride to an event, and you feel like you're part of something, And they're like I said, they're raising money for charities. Every biker community, all the biker communities. I don't think people realize, Jeremy, how much money bikers give back, or doing an event for somebody who went down, or buying raffle tickets because the money's going to a good cause. It's like every time I go to an event, I'm doing something with money that's going to a good cause.
Oh yeah, we got all kinds of benefit rides all the time up here, man. Because we like I'm saying, we don't have a lot of time to ride, so we got to squish everything into like at least a good solid 4 months of great weather. We got benefit rides. Anybody's ever passed away, anybody's ever had like a house fire, a hard time, out of work, anything. We throw rides together, throw some money together for everybody. That's what's different about like the whole biker community. You don't get that shit in any other job. You don't get it in a job or any kind of profession in the world. It's just like you got car guys and you got bike guys. You don't see a bunch of car guys, racing hot rods and shit, doing benefits for things because those cars are mostly for the track, so you can't get out in the world and do benefits with them. When you get, bikers, they go out and throw, 100, 200 bikes together. Everybody throw 10, 20 bucks, if you got a passenger or whatnot on your bike, and take all that money, and donate it to a good cause. Man, we got toy runs up here, Christmas toy runs, like I was saying, any kind of benefit we can help with somebody. And somebody passed away, having a hard time with work, getting their bills paid. We throw, you don't get that in anything, in this whole,
No, there's groups out there, this
in life,
world, you
you
don't
never
get
heard
that.
of anybody getting together, a bunch of guys over here, working at AutoZone, throwing a benefit together, a bunch of guys over here that are, car enthusiasts, they got their car shows and stuff that they do, and they might, raise a couple bucks, but it's definitely 100% bigger when it comes to the biker community, big
Well,
time.
and let's face it, we ride machines that you can fall down easily and get hurt. You're in a car, you get a fender bender, you're not typically going to get that hurt. You know what I mean? You have doors and panels and windows around you. On a bike, somebody bumps you, you're falling over, hurting your leg or something. You know what I mean? So, we're out there, riding something that isn't the safest thing in the world. So if we do fall, we're out of work. We need some help paying bills, and that's what a lot of people kind of come together and do that. So we got a couple other events coming up here. I know we're looking at Thunder by the Bay is coming up in February. That's going to be on our February cover. And then we got Bike Week. So Bike Week, Jersey's going to come down. He's our master bike show judge. We usually do about how many shows a Bike Week, Jeremy? 5, 6, 7,
Well,
something like
I'm
that.
just saying, we just had Biketoberfest and we had every day. The one day we had two in one day, one right before that one, and then one the next morning after. So we had four
Four
shows in
shows in
what,
3 days.
3 days? Four
Yeah.
shows in 3 days, and that's Biketoberfest. So double that for at least anywhere to 6 to 7 shows, and probably smash them all together in 2 days, huh, Tony?
Well, no, Bike Week's 10 days. So we got we got one the first weekend. I'm working on something for a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then we got, of course, two on Thursday, one on Friday, one on Saturday. So we'll be busy, you know what I mean? But we also get time to ride, which is nice because, that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, when we're not always kind of doing a show, we tend to get out and do the loop and go to Ross or Teddy Morse's now. And they're going to be a big part of what we're doing. We're actually putting together a 16-page program special edition for Bike Week right now, and it's going to be found on Main Street and out at Teddy Morse's. You can have racks on Main Street like we normally do. We're going to put them on the trees, so look for the trees when you're going down Main Street. Grab our 16-page flyer. It's going to have everything going on at Teddy Morse and our shows and a couple other advertisers in there, which is kind of neat. And then we got a lot going on, and then right after that you got Leesburg Bike Fest. You've come down for that too. You did the
Oh yeah, I
bike
like
show with us for
Leesburg. Nice,
Leesburg.
yeah, nice little clean little town, man. I like Leesburg. Very nice, very nice.
A lot of people skip Bike Week and go to Leesburg because it's just a little different. You know what I mean? It's very home. I always say this. You gotta like really do something stupid in Leesburg to get arrested. I mean, you really got to do something stupid. They bring in cops from all over. Half the time, the cops are taking pictures with people, high fives. Even if you're a little tipsy, they're kind of push you in the right direction and get you where you need to go. And I mean, it's hard pressed because this little town loves having the bikers there. Leesburg is in, I mean, you got Gator Harley, which is a little outside the downtown, but Leesburg's now, it's taken over by the city. Used to be run by the chamber, but the city's running it now. They always get big bands and they love the bikers because it brings in, I mean, let's face it, millions of dollars to the little community.
It was pretty packed, man, for such a little town, man. It was like that's where we met Sam Elliott. Remember?
Yeah. Yes. And now Jersky and I started talking, and I believe we're going to video this trip and make this happen because and really kind of go from soup to nuts with the video on this because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But I'm talking right now about trailering up to Toledo, meeting up with you and a group of people, and riding to Milwaukee for the Harley anniversary. What do you think about that?
That sounds like a good time. I'd definitely be a big part of that. There's some big what? Chili peppers, Jelly Roll,
Red Hot Chili
Offspring.
Peppers.
Come on,
Yeah,
dude.
there's some
Come
bands. They
on.
just announced it. And when I saw this, I said, it's only 5 hours, but you got to go. The only thing is we got to go through Chicago, don't we?
Who gives a shit?
All right. I mean, I'm not down with. Hey, we drove through Chicago and it wasn't fun. I don't know if I want to ride through Chicago in that traffic, but I know that
Just
it
don't
was only
stop.
5 hours away. Just keep hammering through, right? Get
Yeah,
a group
fuck
of like
them
10
red
of us
lights,
to
man.
just
Just tell the cop when we get pulled over they were pink, they weren't red, and a bunch of people's gonna tune us up, and we're trying to get somewhere without getting killed. Fuck them.
we're just trying not to get killed in Chicago, please. But I
Yeah.
think that's what we're going to do. And I think what we're going to do is film it from the beginning, trailing up there, getting everything ready, getting a group together, and just keep putting up a bunch of videos of the trip to Milwaukee from Toledo. I think that'll be a lot of fun. So I'm going to put it on you to get a group together, Jeremy, let's get a good 5-10 of us together. So we're riding in a pack and in case something
Even if
happens,
it's
maybe
just,
a trailer.
even if it's just me and you, we're going no matter what. Even if
We're
it's
going
just
no
us
matter
two, we're
what.
going.
I think your cousin's gonna go, don't you think? Yeah, I think your dad
Yeah.
would go. He's
You hear
retired.
this,
He got
Rick?
nothing to do.
I know you're gonna be listening to this Thursday. You hear this? Let's get our shit together, Rick. We're going to Milwaukee for the homecoming for the opener. Oh yeah, it's gonna be nice.
Who'd
Yep,
you say?
yep.
Offspring? Um,
Offspring, Jelly Roll, and Red Hot Chili Peppers. There's a
Red
couple
Hot
other
Chili
cats, but I
Peppers.
never heard of them. Those are some pretty big names right there. I want to go see Offspring and the Peppers and Jelly Roll, man. It'd be real slick. Jelly
I
Roll's
think that's
really
definitely gonna happen.
Jelly Roll's really blown up, man, throughout the years. He came here with
You
Struggle
turned me on to
Jennings,
him a
I don't know how
long
many
time
years
ago.
ago. Yeah, and I probably paid $15 to go to the Toledo Civic Hall, and watch Struggle Jennings and Jelly Roll perform. It was like $10, man. It was a little private, like little show with like maybe 100 people slammed in a little room, and it was pretty slick. And now this guy's blew up pretty big, man. He's doing big
Oh,
shit.
he's huge.
And
He's
every time
huge.
we do one of these shows, I'm going to ask you guys. We got Bike Week coming up here in March, like Tony said. If anybody that lives down there wants to donate a bike for me to ride for those 10 days down there, I won't beat on your shit. I promise. I won't take it over 4,000 RPM. I'll treat it like it's my own. Um, yeah.
Yeah, we need to find you a bike for Bike Week, don't we? Something to ride.
Everyone,
I know it.
every time we do a show, I'm gonna get on to remind you guys. That way, I'm not doing it last minute. Somebody want to donate a bike for a couple of days that's gonna be down there that wants to ride with us in between bike shows and stuff. Come on down, bring an extra bike. I'd really appreciate it, man, because I fly down from Ohio here, and well, actually, I fly out of Detroit, but I fly down from up here, and I don't have a bike, and that's how I get there and get back. So, be much obliged, appreciate it big time if
We'll find
somebody
you.
would
We'll find you
donate some.
something. We'll
Just
get you
it's got to be a
a
Harley.
Grom
It's
or
got to be
something.
a
It's got to be
Harley,
a
and it's got to be
Grom.
bigger than a Sportster. That's all I care about. I don't care if it's
Now wait,
carbureted, it's an old Evo,
you wouldn't ride a
panhead,
Grom around.
anything.
Somebody brought you if I got you a Grom, you wouldn't ride it around.
If somebody donated 2 grams, I duct tape them together and ride them fuckers. I turned 2 grams into one. So yes, if you'd like to donate 2 grams and you don't mind me zip tying them or taping them together so I can keep up with everybody else, then that I would appreciate
Uh,
that too. Two grams.
That's too funny. All right. I think, don't forget, if you guys are listening to this on our podcast, you could go to FloridaFullThrottle.com or look up Florida Full Throttle Vision on YouTube. You can see all the videos that we talked about and pictures we brought up. We had Leon. I don't know if Kurt made it. Did Kurt make it on? I don't see him here. No. So we're gonna button this up. We got to talk to WCFR today. We had Lee Hagood, who kind of is the face of WCFR. That stands for West Coast Florida Riders. Um, with all the stuff they do, they're 9,000 strong in their Facebook group right now. They're staying busy with events and bike shows and bike nights and rides and you name it. They're sponsored by attorney Fran Hush, just like we are. 866 Law Fran, lawfran.com. If you're in Florida, you got in a car or bike accident, you want to call Fran Hush, 866 Law Fran, lawfran.com. She sponsors everything we do and a lot of the biker community in this area. I don't know if we'd be what we are if it wasn't for her in this area, honestly. With the way she sponsors and helps take care of events and, brings things that people can make money for to help raise money for other people. She helps make this community on the West Coast of Florida what it is. And I don't think a lot of people realize that we wouldn't be as busy in a bike night every night of the week if it wasn't for, her helping sponsor a lot of these. So we want to say a big thank you to Fran Hosh. And again, we don't want you to have the user, but if you get in a car or motorcycle accident, it's not your fault. Make sure you give her a call, see what they can do for you. No money out of pocket. A lot of people think, oh man, I can't afford that. You go to the doctors, they give you a number and it all goes to this case and they want to win the case for you so they can make money and you make money. It's kind of how that works. Pay for your bike, get that all straightened out. That's it. I'm Full Throttle Vision. Tony Jersky, you're in Toledo. It's what's the weather up there again?
-11, asshole. -11.
I just like hearing you say
You're all Yeah, you're over wearing long sleeves. And what's your temp like right now?
I think we're in the 50s. We might climb to the 60s today. I'm not really sure, but it's still cold.
It's chilly for you guys. It's chilly for you. I'd be
They
down there
canceled
riding
bike
right
nights
now.
all over tonight. Yeah, you would. They canceled a couple bike nights because it's supposed to get in the 40s tonight, maybe even a frost. That's our
All
big
the kids,
scare is our frost.
yeah, the kids haven't had school here all week because it was Martin Luther King Day Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They're off school all this whole week, I believe. Because if it's -20 in the wind chill, the kids can't go to school because some kids don't have to wait for the bus and they have to wait for things, so they
You have to
just cancel
walk.
school around the board. About four
Hmm.
cities right here around Toledo, all 4 cities, all schools been canceled almost this whole week so far. So
So we
yep,
don't get
yep.
snow days here. We get hurricane days. When the hurricanes come our way, the kids get out of school. So that's you. That we have different kind of off days. But our hurricane days are a little scarier because it's coming. You know what I mean? It's kind of terrifying when a
Right.
big storm's on our way. The snow is snow. All right. Thanks everybody for watching our second episode of Full Throttle Vision. We want to appreciate John, by the way, who makes all this look good, makes us look good. Thank you, John, for everything you do, bringing up the pictures while
Thanks,
we
John.
get to do the
Really
videos.
appreciate you. Thank you, sir. What a
This guy.
scholar.
All right. Thanks for watching Full Throttle Vision, second episode with Tony and Jersky. We'll see you guys next week.